Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, make sure you put that notification bell on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, happy Tuesday, we are doing our September favourites. Again, I say this every single month. I cannot believe how fast this year is going, and quite frankly I'm glad that this year is going super fast because this year has been absolutely awful. So yeah, I'm glad it's going fast, and that means it's getting closer and closer to like the Halloween Christmas period, and I'm so excited because that is my favourite time of year. Absolutely love it. I hate summer in England. It's awful. It's too hot. We don't have aircon systems in England. We obviously have to pay a lot of money if we want aircon in our homes. So yeah, I don't enjoy it one bit, so I'm very excited. Like, I'm wearing a jumper right now. I'm in my happy place. So yeah, we are finally doing our September favourites. I do also have my September buys coming on Thursday, I believe. Fingers crossed. So get excited for that because again, I've spent a lot of money. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, make sure you stick that notification bell on, and also subscribe if you haven't already. Just quickly, if you are wondering about the makeup I've got on right now, the eye look, I have just tested the Revolution and Friends palette, which should have been yesterday's video. You got a cheeky extra upload from me, even though I already upload 5 times a week. I did also upload yesterday just because I've got so many videos that need to go out, so I thought I might as well just get a video up on Monday as well. So yeah, this was yesterday's video, but for today we have my September favourites. So if you'd like to see all of the makeup I was loving throughout the month of September, then please keep watching. So first favourite is a lip balm, which is not something that I usually have in my monthly favourites, but this one is super special. So this is the NARS the Orgasm lip balm. My beautiful friend and patron Megan bought me this for my birthday last month, and I have constantly been using it. It's just absolutely amazing. Obviously I have been using it, so it's not beautiful and new, but it is just kind of, it's more of a clear lip balm, but it has just a little bit of a pinky orangey tinge. It's not too much. It is like the perfect amount of like tinge, if that makes sense. But this is a beautiful lip balm. I absolutely love it. It is so expensive, hence why I hadn't bought it myself. But Megan was just so beautiful, but Megan was just so lovely and bought it for me for my birthday, and I'm so freaking grateful because I absolutely love this. This goes absolutely everywhere with me in my handbag, day to day. I just absolutely love it. This is heavily influenced by Soph Does Life because she absolutely loves this lip balm, and whenever Soph says she loves something, I automatically want it. So this was on my wish list for like months, and I'm just so happy to have it. It is just absolutely amazing, and the packaging is just everything. It's so bougie, so high end. I absolutely love it. My next favourite is not something I expected to love so much, but it's the Makeup Obsession Picture Perfect Pore Blurring Primer. This is what the packaging looks like. This is basically a dupe of the Benefit Porefessional. It's got the same like texture, but yeah, I don't know, I just didn't expect to love this. I've actually got it on today underneath the Morphe foundation, and it just makes your skin look super smooth underneath. I just always love my pore area when I wear this underneath. I do have quite large pores, so when I find a product like this that actually works for filling them in, I'm super happy. So yeah, this gets a huge thumbs up. I don't know how to explain this primer. It's not as smooth as the Benefit one. It is a little bit more solid, if that makes sense. So if I squeeze this, it's just a little bit more, like, can you see how it's not as smooth as the Benefit one? It just comes out a bit more clumpy. As you blend it out though, it does feel super smooth. It is a little bit slippery like how the Benefit one is, but I mean the Benefit one is like £26 for the full size. This was £6 for 28ml of it. So if you're kind of looking for more of a dupe of the Benefit because you don't want to spend as much on that one, then I would highly recommend this. I get on with it super well. I do have a combination to oily skin type, but I get on with this really well. So yeah, I'm going to recommend it to you guys. Obviously I recommend everything I show in these videos, but I really like this primer, and the packaging is super cute, really travel friendly as well, so it's just an all-round really good primer. Next is a foundation that launched towards the end of August, and I completely fell in love with it when I tested it. And I think you guys will know which foundation I mean if you do watch my videos, and it is the Revolution Conceal and Glow foundation. I can't even tell you how much I love this foundation. I did not expect whatsoever, just like that primer, I did not expect whatsoever to love this foundation as much as I thought, you know, I was. I thought I was going to hate this foundation because it is like branded as a glowy foundations. In my head I think that it's going to be super heavy and dewy, kind of like the Conceal and Hydrate, and that's why I did a video testing both of those palettes. That's why I did a video comparing Conceal and Hydrate and Conceal and Glow. This foundation stomped all over that foundation for me personally. I think if you have a skin type like me where you can't wear foundations like Conceal and Hydrate because they don't last very well on your skin, then I definitely check this one out, especially if you've got more of like an oily skin type where you do just get oily super quickly. This one is not as bad as Conceal and Hydrate. It has a beautiful like natural glow finish, and I absolutely love that about this foundation. It's not heavy, it's super lightweight. The coverage is really nice. It is a good medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's full. The Conceal and Hydrate is more full coverage, but if you're looking for a lightweight natural glowy foundation, then I 1,000,000% recommend this. I literally fell in love with it as soon as I tested it. Like, I couldn't believe how much I loved this foundation, and that's coming from me who normally uses like matte, demi matte finishes because I have obviously an oily T-zone. But this is an absolute beautiful foundation. It's £10 from the drugstore. You can't get much better than that. So yeah, if those are the kinds of things that you're looking for in a foundation, then I definitely recommend this foundation. It's just absolutely beautiful. I can't say enough good things about it. It isn't obviously as long lasting on my skin as say a matte foundation because it does have a glow to it, but it is just really good. It's not super sticky dewy, it's just, it does dry down as well, which I absolutely love about it, and it has a nice natural radiant glow to it. So yeah, it is honestly hands down one of my favourite Revolution foundations that they've done, and they've done a lot now. So yeah, I really love this. I've got a couple of favourites by Revolution Pro before I get on to the palette, which obviously you saw in the thumbnail. One of them being the Sculpting Bronzer. Now the reason this is one of my favourites is because of the shade. And I say that because a lot of drugstore brands don't cater for like really fair skin and really deep skin. It's normally just like in the middle, like light to medium to deep. But if you've got a fair skin tone like myself, the shade Bahia in this Sculpting Bronzer is absolutely beautiful and perfect. I've actually got this on today as well, and it's just so like smooth, and it's got a tiny bit of a sheen to it, but to be honest you can't really see the sheen once you have it on. This is the shade, and as you can see, just a really beautiful light bronzer for fair skin tones, and I'm just super impressed with it. I love the packaging. It's small, it's compact, it has a mirror in here, so you can use this kind of like on the go. I just love the formula of this as well. It's really smooth on the skin and it's not too orangey or anything. It's literally perfect and I love it. It is £9, so it is a little bit more on the pricey side of a drugstore brand, but saying that, I think it's 100% worth it, especially if you struggle to find a good drugstore bronzer light enough. I would definitely recommend this 1,000,000%. Again, this is something I fell in love with when I first tested it, and I use it all of the time. All of the time. It is amazing. My other favourite from Revolution Pro is this, and this is one of their highlighters that I have actually picked up more recently, probably within the past couple of months. This is the Luster highlighter, and I have mine in the shade White Rose. Firstly, how gorgeous is the packaging? And wait until you see the inside if you've not seen these before. So this is like a beautiful flower design highlighter. It's absolutely stunning. As I said, I've got mine in the shade White Rose, which is kind of like a pinky undertone, I'd say. Definitely a pinky undertone, but look how blinding that is. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I absolutely love it. This is actually the highlighter, again, that I've got on today. It's really, really pretty. I absolutely love these. They do have these in about 5 or 6 shades, I think. And I believe that these are £9 as well. So again, they are more on the pricey side for a drugstore. But if you want amazing, beautiful highlighter like that, then I definitely recommend this. I know my friend and patron Liz, she also uses these and she absolutely loves them, and they do have more like goldy toned ones as well, so if you're not a fan of like a pink undertone, you can definitely check these out. Again, has a mirror. These are just so handy and good for travel as well, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Okay, now on to the last favourite of September, and that is of course an eyeshadow palette, and I have to give an honourable mention to the Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival Free Eyeshadow Palette. So this did come out last month, I believe. I don't know why on earth I did not show this in my August favourites, because I used it so much when it first launched, and I absolutely am in love with this palette. So this is the newest collab with Stacey Marie. This is called the Love Tahiti palette, and you guys have obviously seen this by now, but oh my god, how absolutely unbelievably extremely beautiful is this palette. To me, I prefer this to Carnival XL Pro. I just feel like the colour story is a little bit more bright and colourful than the XL Pro. Don't get me wrong, still absolutely love that palette. It is a really, really nice rainbow palette. But if you want something that has a little bit more pops of colour in it, it has more purples and greens and stuff in it, then I definitely recommend this palette. I mean, if you haven't got it already. But the only thing I'd probably say about this palette is that the shimmer options in here, it's the same with the Carnival XL Pro. For some reason they just don't put a lot of shimmers in here, so the majority of these are matte, which kind of makes sense if you're a makeup artist and you need like loads of different mattes. But I do love a good shimmer. I always use shimmers, so I could never have too many in a palette as long as there's enough mattes as well. But just some of these tones, if I just show you up close, just some of these tones are just out of this world, and I'm in love with this palette. I love all of the purples in here and the greens, because that's what was missing from Carnival XL Pro. There really wasn't a lot in here. I love this. There are definitely a few similar shades from this palette and XL Pro. I know Missa has done a video on that, and a couple of other YouTubers have done videos like that where they've swatched and compared this to XL Pro. So if you are interested in that, I'll link Make Missa's video down below, because I know a lot of people were saying they didn't want to buy this because it had similar shades. Totally get that. Some people don't want to waste money on another palette if they feel like they've got similar shades in other palettes. But me personally, I'm such a sucker for a really bright and colourful rainbow palette, and this was just no exception. I had to get my hands on this, and I absolutely freaking love it. So guys, that is all of my September favourites. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you have been loving throughout the month of September. I always like to know what people are loving. That's why I hate the fact that favourites videos are not a trend anymore. I don't see any YouTuber doing like a monthly favourites, and I feel like me and maybe a couple of other YouTubers I follow do them. Me personally, I absolutely love watching them, and I'd love to know what your favourites are as well. So if you have not already, please make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.